When people began to move to Texas in the late 19th and early 20th century, they brought with them ideas about plants and about landscaping that had been popular in the places from which they were coming. The indigenous landscape was often seen as something that was oppressive or something which had to be overcome instead of something to be enjoyed or valued. In the 1970s, Texans began to look at their state's landscape in a different way, encouraged by Lady Bird Johnson and others. More and more people began to appreciate wildflowers and see the value of native plant habitats. One of these people was Carroll Abbott. Abbott had been a newspaperman and a political lobbyist. In the 1970s, he retired and opened a plant nursery in Kerrville. From childhood, he had collected native plants. In 1976, he decided to publish a newsletter called Texas Wildflower Newsletter, with articles about native plants by Jill Noakes, Benny Simpson, and others. His newsletter attracted a statewide circulation, and the subscribers formed the nucleus of what was to become the Native Plant Society of Texas. In 1980, during the first Wildflower Day celebration at Texas Women's University, the society held its first meeting. Carroll Abbott died a few short years later, but his vision lives on as the mission of the Native Plant Society of Texas. Today, the society has over 2,500 active memberships. Members come from all walks of life and all age groups, but they have one thing in common: the desire to preserve our rich natural heritage of native plants and plant habitats in Texas. Members have the option of joining a local chapter, and most choose to do so. The Native Plant Society of Texas has over 30 local chapters. Some of these have over 200 members and others are quite small, but they are all similar in operation. Chapters provide a social aspect, a chance to share knowledge and plan activities with like-minded people. Most chapters have regular monthly meetings with an educational speaker. They also get involved with the local community by having plant sales, building demonstration gardens, and participating in local events. Many chapters also have nature hikes and field trips and workshops where they can learn to identify native plants and to grow them in their home landscapes. The Native Plant Society of Texas is governed by a state board that is elected by the membership. State board elections are held each fall, and members serve 2-year terms, which are staggered so that some members are elected each year. Each elected member is responsible for one or more projects or committees. Our state office is in Fredericksburg, in a historic building located a block off the main event. Our state coordinator and membership coordinator work there to keep membership records and financial records up to date and to answer questions from members and the public. One of our most popular programs is also one of our newest. The Native Landscape Certification Program, or NLCP, began in our San Antonio chapter and is slowly being expanded across the state. Day-long classes are offered with classroom training and field work to help homeowners and landscape professionals learn how to use native plants in landscapes. Currently, 3 classes are offered in the series, and a 4th course is being planned. Each class is tailored for the specific ecoregion in which it is offered through collaboration between the NLCP committee and local experts. The decline in numbers of the monarch butterfly population has received lots of attention recently. Many scientists attribute the decline in part to a reduction in the amount of native plant habitat. Monarch butterflies lay their eggs exclusively on native milkweed, and their caterpillars eat nothing else. The Native Plant Society has responded to this dilemma by supporting the creation of monarch way stations, small butterfly gardens containing native milkweed and native nectar plants for adult butterflies. Each year, the program provides small grants to local community groups and schools to build or maintain Monarch way stations. In 2016, the program will provide a total of $18,000 to over 70 gardens. In addition, the program provides speakers on monarchs to schools and groups and facilitates efforts to increase the availability of native Texas milkweed in the nursery trade. In the fall of 2015, the Society received a grant through the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to build and maintain monarch way stations at 4 rest areas along Interstate 35 in Central Texas. These monarch way stations will educate the public about the monarch migration and its dependence on native plants, as well as to help the public learn to identify native milkweed and native nectar plants. Each year, our Scholarship and Grants Committee awards an undergraduate scholarship to a junior or senior majoring in some aspect of plant biology in a Texas college. In addition, a grant is made to a graduate student for a research project related to native plants. We also award prizes in the annual state science fair and pursue other educational goals. Our Operation Nice is a program to make access to native plants easier for the public. Local chapters work with participating nurseries and growers in their area to sponsor a plant of the month or a plant of the season. Signs and information sheets are placed in the nurseries. Chapters help publicize the plants in their newsletters and websites. A complete list of participating nurseries is available on our website. The Society has published a print newsletter for its members since it was founded. Nowadays, the newsletter is a glossy magazine published quarterly and sent by mail to all members at no extra charge. Past issues of the magazine can be downloaded from our website. Every fall, the Society organizes an annual symposium featuring a different region in the state. Presentations and field trips highlight the plants and habitats of the region. The symposium location rotates among the 10 different ecosystems in the state. We also sponsor a one-day spring symposium in conjunction with the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center in Austin, and we sponsor smaller workshops and presentations around the state. We make speakers available on the subject of Texas native plants and related topics. If your club or school needs a speaker, contact our state office and see if there is a member available to speak in your area. We hope this presentation gives you an idea of the scope and mission of the Native Plant Society of Texas. We are a 501c3 organization supported by member dues and by private and public grants and donations. Please visit our website to learn more about us and about the programs we sponsor. To contact our state office, call 830-997-9272 or email state@npsot.org.